Davidson again. This fucking camera is finally recording. That's the guy who sold me the bike. What's up? That's Zach. Come on, check him out. Yeah. Motor Harley Davidson. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? That's Joey, right?
That's Joey.
All right then. Okay, well then Dustin over there. He's the one who hooked me up with the pipes and shit. Now I'm going for a ride, and I think it's still recording. So you fuckers get on too and do the good thing. All right, that's how we do it. All right, bro. Did you see my new seat? Pretty badass, huh? All right. I'm out. That's some disco. All right, I'm out of here. Gotta do some twisties. Be good.
Okay, so this is the first time I'm recording a voiceover, and it's kind of interesting in my software here. So this, so I'm pulling out from Harley Davidson dealership and Northwest Harley Davidson in Lacey, and I'm realizing that after my last trip I didn't fill up for gas, even though I had some. I mean, it's amazing how these bikes are I got about 45 miles per gallon, so. And of course nobody stops for a school bus. Hello. So just like a good citizen, yeah, being proper is hard. Anyway, so, wow, voiceover is cool. I can talk all I want. Anyway, so then I just pull in here and it's like Shell station, and I'm still trying to figure out whether Shell is better gas than Chevron or any other. Some people are particular to specific gas. So anyway, so here I am filling up. It's like 540 per gallon, and I'm gonna pause this one and continue on.
The minute you shut.
Okay, so of course this is just not the very most glorious part of the ride, obviously, because I'm going through Marvin Road congestion and things and all of it, but it actually has its, I think it has its practical applications, like, you know, I'm getting experience and time riding in traffic and things like that. So most of the intent behind this specifically today was a couple of reasons why. I was sick and tired of rain, so the rain is coming tomorrow, and I'm just antsy. The weather is nice, and I want to be on a motorcycle. So, and now I'm checking if camera works, but I can't really see what's the shit, so. Anyway, and you know, with me spending entire day in class and stuff, and driving to Tequila and back, and then taking care of Yoshi and this and that and the other, I want to have me time, and that's my me time. In addition to breaking in my new Saddleman seat And I think the more I ride it in different conditions, the better the seat is gonna match my, the shape of my ass. But I'm sorry. And what a butt. Anyway, so speaking of that, yeah, so that's when you get stuck behind some assholes and they're kind of blocking you and shit, and then you try to, mitigate circumstances and whatnot, and not get hit by a car. So very simple math. Anyway, so that's kind of why I like to, specifically on that intersection, I like to practice my in and out of traffic skills and things like that. But anyway, so it's kind of a boring part. So I'm gonna stop that one and try to splice this video in the best portions of it. And yeah, awesome. Voiceover, love it. Because I don't want to play music all the time, sometimes it gets boring, so. And I can't really talk while riding, but that's kind of a nice combination. So, yay was the voiceover. This guy in front of me, he was annoying the hell out of me the way he was riding. But that's my finger is pointing to. There's a beautiful view of Mount Rainier when I'm riding that particular section of the road. And that guy in front of me, I'm telling you, that he was like, he was really annoying. But anyway, that's kind of it. Somewhere about here, I'm starting to lose signal on this. I have a streaming radio, so I kind of lose signal in somewhere, I don't know, not in this spot, but somewhere down the line, I'm gonna lose the video or the audio on a streaming app. So, but anyway, so that's kind of all the same here. At some point I'm gonna pass this guy, leave him in the dust. Well, so I'm just riding into Yom. On the right hand side, there is Ramtha's compound, JD9, and on the left side, when I pointed a finger, there's another magnificent view of Mount Rainier, usually on a clear day. It's really, really pretty. This whole valley and area, I really enjoy that. And of course, I have hiccups right now because I have some peanuts and having a drink with what is it, bourbon? Yeah, Four Roses bourbon. Not a bad bourbon, really. Mixed with ginger beer. So, but anyway.
Alright, it's recording. Cool. So this is a fresh battery, it always runs out. So we'll see how this one works. Seems like it's gonna be alright. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so this is a section of the road where it's called Monk Road or Monk Road, Manke. I'm coming on it right now in about a few seconds here, and it sort of turns into Military Road and connects into Rainier Road that leads to Rainier from from Tumwater Ridge Road connects to that. But there is a spot there where where it's a trail, and so crossing the drive, and it's kind of challenging sometimes. That there's a sign that says Monk Road, and so challenging because you're turning into it straight from 50 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden the vehicle pulls right in front of you, or somebody's riding a bicycle or something like that. So it's really dangerous spot. Just kind of coming into it, you have to pay attention. I really slow down on that specific turn, and then there are like a couple of curves there in the road. This one particular one, the way the road bends and sort of shaped, you really have to take this inside corner. I mean, the faster one I took personally for me. I know Ben, my friend Ben, took it at a higher speed, but he was used to race. But for me, that turn, I don't know. I usually take it at 45. That's the highest I took it, 45 miles an hour. This one is really tricky because most of the time the cars are coming on the other side, and they don't see you. It's a very tricky turn. It kind of pushes you on the inside of the lane, and you almost can collide with a car if you're not paying attention. The road just drops you into that spot. And then this straightaway is really cool. So when there is no cars on that, I usually just kind of weave in and out of the lane. It's kind of cool. And then there's a dip in the road here, coming up here and going up the hill, and then it drops right down. So it's kind of cool. And once again, it's a bit dangerous because if you're really pushing 60, 70 miles an hour on that one, when you drop in, you don't know what's coming up. On the next one up is really funky, because half the time you don't see what's coming your way. So it's going to be right about coming up about now. Especially in the dark, like deer and things like that may cross the road, or vehicle pulling from the driveway. So kind of dangerous stuff. But then again, bike riding is dangerous, but it's just a nice little run. I really enjoy it. Anyway, I'm gonna put some music on. Oh, and here's a couple more turns coming up here. This particular one is not too bad. And once again, there's a car coming in. It's not too bad one, but the one that's coming, it's a really sharp, almost 90-degree turn, and the vehicles that drive there, they in rhododendron farm right there, and they kick up gravel into the path of travel here. So not only are you making a really sharp lean, that one right there, but you also are having danger to slide on the gravel. So it's I don't like this turn at all. And then when you open up from that one, and that vehicle obviously is ahead of me, it's gonna take forever for it to turn. I don't know how people are making turns in this state, and I don't know what kind of drivers they are. But damn, man, just make a turn. You know, they just slow down to almost like a stop. And I don't know if they do it on purpose or what, but just seeing a motorcycle. But this is the run. That's a straightaway that I usually open up 75, 80 miles an hour, depending on the conditions of the road. But I love this section of the road. It's really freaking awesome. This is like JBL, I think, side of it on the land that's owned by the base. And then on the left-hand side of that, there was some private land and stuff. But yeah, that's military road. It turns into military road. Okay, so this one, the military road cuts into Rainier, and there's this spot that I absolutely think is one of the great views there on the valley. Picture doesn't do it justice, but when it's a clear day and the sun sets and such, when I ride this spot, it's just like absolutely magnificent. This particular flats they're like amazing riding through it. It's just like, and of course, you know, in the summertime and certain times of the year, the smells are just amazing. But yeah, so this one rides down to Spurgeon Creek, and I'm gonna make some commentaries there, but for now I'm just gonna shut up and let it play out. And of course I had to press the wrong button and made that noise. But this is also a nice one too, through the woods there. It's just like, and this car is a pain in the ass again, like hitting brakes every single freaking the road that takes, you know, when the road takes a bend. That car was taking every single time that it was braking. It's just like annoying as hell. But anyway, all right. Well, shutting up right now. Okay, so this is a Spurgeon Creek road. There are some twisties here that I enjoy. And there's a spot there, kind of a meadow valley. It's not a valley, it's kind of like a meadow. And at certain times of the day, it's really nice. Off to the left right there. I really enjoy it. Depending on the day and how the sun hits it and stuff like that. That's really nice. And of course there's a spot right there. What's coming on? Once again, Ben left me into dust on this one. Hey, you know what? I've never raced the bikes. I rode bikes to commute and stuff like that. So I took this corner at 45 miles an hour. That's pretty respectable. And that one is kind of sharp and it gives you no perspective on the road or what's coming your way. And then this section of the road, I really take most of the time. I mean, it's obviously not a good thing, but it's just the way that the road is. It is I think 35 to 40 miles or 35 miles an hour, but I usually ride it right around 50, and I hope that some of them state patrol people don't watch those videos to give you tickets on those. That would be funny. Yes, sir. Here's your ticket. We watched your YouTube video and you riding 50 miles an hour and 35 miles an hour. Here's the record. There's your ticket, sir. Go to court. He recorded it. Oh, but it wasn't me. It was somebody else's video. No. It must have been you because you have your face on there. But it's not 50 miles an hour. It's actually 35. The camera lies to you, man. Well, but you just said it was you're riding it at 50 miles an hour. I don't know. It's just that stupid dialogue I'm having. No, but it's a nice road there. It's Spurgeon Creek, and it connects you from Rainier to Lacey, but it's kind of cool. I enjoy it. But anyway, so there is one turn here. It's coming up right now. That's another kind of very deceiving turn. You really have, not this one, but the one after this one. You really have to watch this one because you have to take this turn on the inside if you're at a higher speed. Ben took it at a higher, like he was booking, and there was a cop going his way in the opposite lane, and it was kind of like, oh shit. But he didn't have a choice. Anyways, yeah, so this is a nice little run I do. And then of course there's going to be like a regular riding in the city, kind of boring. But I'm stuck behind this tractor. Luckily, there was no heavy traffic. I really like to run sometime around 6 o'clock when the traffic kind of dies down a little bit and the roads are free, or if nothing else, slightly. And then I just passed him, and then I'm going to get stuck behind this stupid vehicle right there that drives like an idiot. It's 45 miles an hour in the 50 mile an hour speed limit. It just people are driving so erratically anymore. It's just crazy. But that's another good valley here, a flat that I like to ride when it's a sunset in a nice clear sky, or some loose clouds in the sky, and the reflection is just like turns into like pink burgundy colors. It's so amazing. There's always good smell in that area too. I really enjoy it. But yeah. Anyway, so overall it's not a long run, but I'm thinking that riding a motorcycle for an hour around the nice little twisties and turns and familiar places is better than not riding it at all. And considering how crappy of a spring we had so far, I think that anytime I get an opportunity to ride, I'm going to be on the bike and riding, just to keep the skill, and to looking forward to having this like a long rides with groups of people. And for that matter, I had to put my bike in a sort of a shape or condition where it was comfortable for me to ride on it. So it will take time for a Saddleman seat to break in, and I know, and I heard from people that they take a while to break in. They're kind of stiff at the beginning, and it is a little bit, but it's not that drastic and horrible. I think the proper ergonomics of the seat compensates for it's a bit of a stiffness, and once again it's a gel, so it's gonna break in, it's gonna be fine. But yeah, I'm really excited. I think at this point, if anything, I would need to bring my handlebars a little bit closer to me, because I just extended my reach by 2 inches. And I think that, if I could get a riser on it, or some kind of stuff like that, that would bring in the handlebars closer to me, that would be something that I would really enjoy. Other than that, billeted grips and things like that, it's not extremely important. So overall, I am absolutely stoked. The fact that I bought the Harley Road Glide, and I love this bike, knock on wood. It beats the heck out of metric bikes for sure. And they have their need, whether it's a commuter bike or a racing bike and things like that. I'm not a racer, man. I like to sometimes crank it up and go, and most of the time I just enjoy riding. I just enjoy feeling of ride and looking at the scenery. And if you ride really fast and you're not seeing anything, what's the point? But anyway, so not to make a big freaking philosophical dilemma out of it, that's just my way back home. I take Ruddle Road from Yelm Highway, and it's actually a nice little ride too. It has its own little dangers, and people can pull in front of you and stuff like that. But overall, if it's past traffic time where there's a lot of traffic, or rush hour or whatever, this is a nice little run. I really enjoy it when like to ride it about 8-9 o'clock at night. It's kind of cool. Has plenty of unless of course you get stopped by state patrol for speeding, but I don't know. It's just I like this little run. It really is cool. Not always you have the time or ability to run out of town and run to Peninsula or up north or things like that. So this is quick run. It makes you happy, or it makes me happy, and then I come home and hang out with Yoshi or do whatever I need to do. But hopefully we'll have a decent summer. here soon, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But this kind of concludes my babble session, and now that I discovered voiceover, and yeah, so I'm going to try to tighten up my videos in the future, make them a bit more professionally done. I guess I'm still processing on them. Yeah, we'll see what happens. You all stay safe, be healthy, stay safe, enjoy life as much as you can, and yeah, keep it shiny side up, rubber to the road. Alright, y'all, be good. And if you're really bad, be good at it. That's concluding my writing session. Saying hello to friends and testing my new seat by Saddleman. Highly recommend. It's like riding on a couch. Yeah. Alright, y'all. Hellboy out.